many people have liked that one of the loss. So this kind of vacation isn't selfish. It's much more important than that. And of course you know all these things yourself, I would imagine. Are you still working?
No.
No.
No, retired.
Yeah, so you spent quite a bit of time there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The winter.
Yeah. Well.
So you used Kodachrome, right?
At first I used negative.
Uh-huh.
So it was Kodacolor, would it be?
Technicolor.
Technicolor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ektachrome.
And of course the Brownie. And then Lord said, but you need a better camera. So then I went up to Rochester and he gave me a Yashica.
Mm-hmm.
And then I won a Yashica as a prize with one of the balcony scenes that I was balancing on the wall. And, well, and I think it wasn't you, somebody loaned me a 35 millimeter, maybe it was blow up, I'm not sure. So then I shifted, especially because I had a Rolly and a Tele-Rolly then after I had the Yashicas. And then they were getting heavy for me. See, I lived right across from Herring Run. And we don't have that picture right now, but it's a very beautiful picture that he's working with. And so then I almost fell into Herring Run with the camera on a tripod. So that was when I shifted to 35 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I began to like verticals and horizontals, whereas before, well, my most famous photograph is right behind him. It's the Blue Room.
Mm-hmm.
But that's taken in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I won $500 in a show in New York University of women artists. There were very few photographers, but I had got first prize of the whole show with that picture. And it's hard to understand what it is.
Yeah.
But
it's a bathroom.
yeah. But I know what it was for me because it goes from poverty and those old bathtubs and stuff. And out of that little slit of light is the medical school, where I went to medical school.
Mm-hmm.
And to imagine that I, with hardly enough to eat during the Depression, was able to get to Hopkins Medical School. Yeah. And by the time it started with the war, you see, and I was asked to write about it, the perspectives about my whole experience in medical school during the war.
Where's that?
It was Perspectives of Biology and Medicine.
Is that an article?
It still exists.
It's an article or a book?
It will be in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I only have one copy of the actual article.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I lost a lot when I moved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it will be in the book. Yeah.
How many of your pictures have never been published?
How many pictures do you think I've taken? I have no idea. See, when
well, let me put it this way. How many Harbor Island pictures have never been published?
Well, countless. You see, 20 years ago, I sent down 2 boxes of pictures of the people. I had had a show. Well, I sent them down for a show. And of course, I knew that they would fade. So Dick Malcolm took them right away and has kept them in good shape. And so we're hoping to be able to get some of those available for Charles Carey.
Were any of them in Dick Malcolm's book?
No, the only one of mine is on the back cover of She's Ironing.
So Charles may be able to reproduce those.
No.
No, Charles can't.
No.
No. I mean, he may have to go
somebody
down.
can reproduce them.
He may have to go down.
I may have to go down and get the pictures.
Yeah,
I
because they.
wrote Malcolm. I haven't heard back from him yet.
You haven't heard from him yet?
No.
Now, I ran into his daughter's address. If you need to call her, because he may be in
Well, he still has email.
Florida. He also has a home in
He
Florida.
still has access to email.
Yeah. He's been down for 18 days once.
Yeah.
He was taking pictures of some horses on the green grass. Well, there was no green grass when I was there.
Right, there's now.
And this man came out and he said, "What are you doing taking pictures of my property?" And he said, "Well, do you remember Barbara Young?" "Oh, yeah. She took pictures of me and my horse."
Yeah.
And so that's the first picture. And then we found the second picture in my book. And so
That's Robert Davis, right?
he performs all sorts of miracles.
Yeah.
He managed to take a picture of the picture in the book and to get it digitalized, and we had to crop it so it would be the same shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I took so many pictures. I mean, it was a million. I mean,
So the pictures that Dick Malcolm has are prints.
Yeah.
they are prints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were all people, you see.
And no one's seen them.
Because I didn't see that there was any, I mean, I didn't see that there would be the future that there has been.
Right.
And I wanted them to be for the people, you know.
Yeah.
And so I don't even, probably didn't even have a computer at the time in order to keep a record.
Yeah.
And so, and a lot of when I had to move here, you see, I had willed to the UMBC. I was asked if I would leave my everything to them at how much? $10,000 to take care of them.
Right.
For the teaching of the students. And so, fortunately, this many escaped. And David had stored some of them for me, because I've forgotten, but we've been working together for a long time. Once Blow Up quit, they stopped. Now, I can't say, well, now as we look at it, oh God, I wish you could see that. Sabercrow, the one of the Pond Island with the destruction, that you were going to make me an 11 by 14 of, and it's going to be in the book. It's a magnificent, those photographs just glow, just glow. So, and what happened with the Plopalop tree is Pep had it published in London, and she didn't go back, and I foolishly, I mean, I didn't know that they could have used prints. I sent the negatives.
Right.
Now, if they were transparencies, then they would still be out at UMBC. And so we did find one that we needed. But
Charles has a lot of those pictures. Charles Carey has a lot of those Plopalop pictures for sale. So somehow there was either a negative or a copy of a print.
Well, I don't know, but they're not mine.
They're yours.
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, and they look like they were made from negatives. They're too good to have been a copy of a print.
If they're pictures of the Plopalop, they are mine. Those are all mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the pictures that we own,
and
we
had
bought
Uncle
from Charles,
Gundy.
are in that book.
Yeah, and we had Uncle Gundy and recorded that wonderful. I was quoting him well, I'm working on the book right now, and so I'm quoting some of his comments, especially about the parents not taking care of their children anymore.
Right.
I mean, how the culture has changed, and I thought, since that's again a subject that
Gonna write
I like to pass on as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What was his last name? Uncle Gundy, what was his last name? What family was he from?
Gundy?
Yeah.
Turn to the back. It's a picture of the Fearless.
Yeah, there's Pip, Barbara, and Uncle Gundy.
No, it's a photograph.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Uncle Grundy.
Doesn't it give his name? Saunders,
Saunders.
I think.
Edward Saunders?
But
Edward Saunders is mentioned here, but
I don't know. Well, then it would be in the front.
Did you record him? Is that how that was done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Pip actually came up when she was planning to do this.
Mm-hmm.
She came up and went through hundreds and hundreds of slides.
Mm-hmm. These were
and,
slides?
And selected the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the final selection, I was there. I made a special trip down one year. I went twice.
Yeah.
In order to, we would lay them out all over the floor. And I mean, we did a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Uncle Grundy, his real name is Edward Saunders.
Edward Saunders.
Yeah.
He was a brother of Harold Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the name of the man who was pouring the liquor in Picaroon? His name is Saunders too. I think he's one of the younger brothers.
He's the bartender in the picture?
Yeah, the bartender.
Yeah.
Harold Saunders. No, that's not. Harold Saunders was the fisherman.
And he's on the cover of someone's book.
Yeah. I have trouble with names.
I think Harvey Altman's book, maybe. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But of course, the Persetti family was the large one.
Yeah.
And were you there when the most intelligent young one committed suicide?
No, no.
I think it was just, I used to see him dressed to the nines doing business between Nassau and Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, I mean, the man was just too intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Now Victor, of course, had tremendous responsibility. And he managed everything for Mr. Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
They worked well together. And I think it's one of his daughters who worked in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have the email. And
You heard that Ruby...
but you see, I almost died last year, and so I pretty much have lost contact with the hundreds of people that I used to write every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard
right
that...
now, to be deaf has been terrible.
Yeah, but that's going to change.
Well, it may.
Yeah, it may.
Eventually, but I was hoping that would be all taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she was going to call again. I didn't find out what she found. Oh, she said she was told that they would call back, so they probably didn't call back.
Right.
I'm going to find out from my doctor if there's somebody else. But I really can't afford the energy to go down to the Hopkins itself.
Right.
Yeah. But there may be somebody around that isn't so popular, because they are very busy.
Yeah.
But he's the one who made the diagnosis. Mm-hmm. Not he, but his younger, well, somebody was one of his, probably his chief resident. And now another chief resident was sitting there, and he was examining my mouth and telling me what had happened.
At least you have a diagnosis.
Yeah. Temporal mandibular joint dysfunction.
Right.
TMJ, Bob.
TMJ.